All right, let's start with our toes. Pull your toes up and down. And go up on your toes. Good. We'll spread your legs and we'll rock side to side. Good. Go into wrist circles. Okay, we'll roll your shoulders. Okay, opposite direction. Okay, squeeze your hands and spread those fingers. Open big. Okay, we're gonna go into rainbows. So down, up, and open wide. Okay, and we're gonna push to each side. Good. Okay, butt kicks. Good. Do some high knees. Reach your arms up. Okay, then we're gonna speed bag, walk forward and back. Okay, and then change the direction of your arms. Okay, we're gonna go back into high knee and we're gonna push the ceiling away. Good. All right, now we'll go into stretching. Slowly reach down towards the floor. Only reach as far as you can, keeping those knees straight. Walk over to the right. Walk over to the left. Come up nice and slow. We're going to pull your arm across. And switch. Okay, up overhead. Switch. Okay, pull, reach towards the ceiling. And then pull it over to the right. And then over to the left. Good. Okay, grab a drink, and then we're going to do our core workout and then followed by boxing. Anybody heard my daughter come in? She was trying to use my phone to look up cat and dog makeup. So we'll see what she looks like at the end of this class.
That's awesome. I think you need to send us all a picture of what she looks like when it's done.
Well, she's doing her friend's makeup too, so we'll see how this turns out.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Yes. All right. So we're going to do 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. We're going to go through the whole set, and then we'll do it a second time. Our main focus is our core. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to take our opposite knee, elbow to knee. Now we've done this before. If you can keep your hands kind of behind your head, you're going to come up and turn and then come back down. We're going to stay on the same side. If you're not able to keep your balance and your hands here, go ahead and drop your arm down and try to get that crunch. Or you can even just touch if you need to.
And then if you're seated, so I'm gonna take my left hand. Now, if I can go elbow to knee, that's great. I don't wanna come here. I wanna meet at the middle. If I can't get to there, I'm gonna tap and here. I want a little bit, you can see a little bit of that rotation. Terry or anybody else, if that leg is hard to lift right now, I want you to get the rotation and come down to the knee. Otherwise, tap, tap, tap. Okay, we're going one side.
All right, so same side for the full 30 seconds, and then we'll switch. And go. And nice and slow, those standing, so that you don't lose your balance.
And think of when you're meeting that elbow or hand to the knee, actually think of crunching, like you're bringing your hip and your rib cage together. Activate those muscles. Be very aware that you're trying to tighten those tummy muscles.
Good, rest. Okay, then we'll switch legs. We'll go the opposite direction now. And go. Good, rest. Okay, next we're gonna go into a lunge. We're gonna come back up and we're gonna kick that leg out. Okay, so lunge, side lunge, up, and you're gonna kick out. Make sure you're not doing it fast or you're gonna lose your balance. You wanna lunge over, stand up, and kick. You kind of do a little side bend with it to get your obliques.
So if you're seated, I want you to step out to the side, back to the center, and then I want you to drop your hand down the side of the chair. So out, in. Now, when I drop my hand, I'm not reaching far out. I'm coming straight down like I'm sliding it down the chair and right back up. I want you to crunch that side right there.
And then standing, if you need a little help with your balance, have the chair to the other side. So you lunge, come up, you can hold the chair, and kick. Okay, and go. Good.
When
Okay.
those of you that are seated are doing it, take a power step out. Power out, power in, and then crunch down and up.
Okay, opposite side, and go. Good, and rest. On this next one, we're just gonna do high knees. Really drive them up, reach your arms up. You can go fast if you need to get more of a challenge, or just slow.
Okay, if you're seated, we're gonna high knee as well, reaching opposite arm up as we go. But I want you to think about, instead of using your hip muscle to pull your knee up, really tighten the core, pull the knee up, relax. Tighten the core, pull the knee up, relax.
Okay, and go. Really drive that knee up as high as you can get it. Good, and rest. Okay, this next one, you're gonna stand with your arms out front together. You're gonna slowly rotate that right arm out, and when that right arm comes out, your right leg comes up. So you're rotating in the top, lifting that leg up.
Make sure, I saw a few of you practicing. Jada, correct me if I'm wrong. Whichever arm opens up, the same leg lifts up. Is that correct? Okay, same leg. Yeah, there you go, Vicki. Okay, if you're seated, same thing. You're gonna open up, high knee up. Again, use the core to pull it up and then lower it down. I want you guys to focus too on this, like don't lift and then just let the leg drop. Open, control up, control down. Make your muscles control both directions of the movement. And if you need to, tap that other arm on a chair if you're standing.
Yeah, for balance. And it's nice and controlled. None of this should be fast movements. And go.
So the purpose of it being slow and controlled is that we're making those muscle fibers contract, hold, and have a controlled raise and lower, which improves your balance and improves the endurance of the muscle.
Rest. Okay, and then we'll go to the other side. Okay, go.
Try to keep that core tight the whole time, like not that you're sucking in, but that you're got a string that's pulling your belly button towards your spine. Trying to make sure it stays activated.
Good, rest. we're gonna go back into that side lunge. So you're gonna lunge, bring your hands down towards your feet, come up and step up. Okay, so lunge with your arms down and up. You can do it together, or you can slow it down and break it up where you lunge, then arms, and then leg.
And if you're seated, we're gonna step out with our right leg, like a wide step. I'm gonna come down towards that knee or that ankle, and then I'm gonna pull it back up towards the opposite shoulder. So I'm coming down at an angle and then back up.
Nice, slow and controlled. Ready, go. Good. Okay, we'll go to the opposite side now.
You guys are doing good. Who knew you could challenge your balance so much working on your core?
Right? Okay, and go. And rest. Okay, last one of the cycle is jumping jacks. So if you can do a jumping jack, you need to step it out. Do what's comfortable for you.
Okay, if we're seated, we're stepping out and arms up.
Okay, and go.
There you go, working on getting those arms all the way up. Big reach overhead if you can. Nice job, I'm seeing some big arms.
Okay, grab a drink if you need it. And we're gonna go through this one more time. Definitely got my heart rate up and going.
When we go through this second time, I want you guys to think about fine tuning the movement just a little bit more. So every time we're working on a crunch motion, I want you to really think about activating the core and feeling where you can feel that. I'll try to do a better job of kind of pointing and indicating where you should feel that within your core when you do the movement.
All right. We'll get started. So we're going to go back to opposite elbow to knee.
Yeah. So again, if you're seated, you can drop your hand to your knee. You can leave the knee down and come forward to it. So when I go here, I should feel that right across and maybe a little bit into the back of my side here. If I'm going down to that right side, I want this muscle, these muscles to shorten at a diagonal, okay? Get out of my print.
We're gonna just do one side, focus just on one, and then we'll switch. And it's nice and slow and controlled, even when you're sitting. Focus on keeping that core tight.
The faster you go on these, you're actually doing yourself a disservice. The slower, the better you're doing for your body.
Good. Rest, and then we'll go to the other side. Okay. And go. Good, and rest. Okay, we're gonna go into side lunge, come back up and kick. And you wanna kind of bend over where your ribs are meeting your hip joint right there.
Remember, if you're seated, you're gonna step out and drop the arm down the side of the chair. Okay, very small side bend right here.
Okay, and go. Nice and controlled. Good, and rest. We'll go to the other side.
Why did Tom says that I used his black thing?
Go on.
I didn't.
And go. Remember, you want your rib, when you bend over, you're trying to get your ribs to the top of your hip. Good, rest. Next, we're gonna do high knees. Really drive them up. And go. Opposite arm and leg. Work on really holding tight with that core.
If you can, if you're seated, reach that opposite arm up as you pull that knee up. Notice my upper body isn't coming down. It's staying upright. The only thing that's powering up is my knee and my arm.
Okay, rest. Okay, we'll go back with your arms out in front. And as you open up, you're going to pick up that same knee. So if the right arm moves, the right leg moves. Okay, and go. Nice and slow and controlled.
If you're seated or standing, try to keep good posture. So don't slouch at the shoulders. We're upright. Our shoulder blades are squeezed together in the back. Try not to have a rounded posture.
Rest, and we'll go to the other side. Yeah, you want to make sure you're keeping that arm shoulder level. Don't let it drop if you can. Try to keep it up shoulder level. Okay, and go. Good. Okay, we'll go back into the chopping the wood. So we're gonna do a lunge over to the right. Your hands will come down towards your foot or that knee, and then back up as you step in.
Okay, and then if you're seated, you're gonna step out come down towards that ankle or knee, whatever range you have, and then you're gonna pull it back up as the knee comes up. So we're going together and then up.
Okay, and go. Make sure to hold your core tight. Good, rest. We'll go the other direction.
These diagonal movements that Jada's put in today are amazing for the body and for functional movement in everyday life. You don't realize how much you do these diagonals during the day.
Okay, and go. Good, rest. We're gonna finish it off with our jumping jacks. Whether you're standing, step out and step in, doing the jumping jack, even seated. And go. Remember to hold your core tight even with these. Good. Okay, grab a drink. If you're gonna put gloves on, and we'll do some boxing. All right, so the first one we're gonna do, we'll do 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. When we're on the 15 seconds off, we're gonna do toe taps, whether it's on the floor, if you have a step next to you, book, something. I wouldn't recommend doing your chair. If you're seated, you can sit boxing and then just tap forward if you need to. First one we're gonna do is jab, slip. So you're gonna go jab, slip. We're just ducking out of the way. Okay, jab, slip. And go.
So if you're seated, it looks like you guys are doing it, but you're just getting that jab and then weight shifting across to the side a little bit.
When you slip, it's kind of like meeting that rib to the hip again. Jab, and you're slipping out of the way. You're doing that crunch. Okay, toe taps. Next one we're gonna do is jab, cross, slip, cross. So you'll slip to the right. You'll jab, cross, slip, cross. And go. Slip, cross. Jab, cross, slip, cross.
Work on getting that full range of motion through the arms. Check your elbows, see if you're getting them straight.
Good. Okay, toe taps. Next, we'll do jab, cross, left uppercut, cross. Okay, jab, cross, left upper, cross. Jab, cross, left upper, cross. Jab, cross, left upper, cross. Cross, left upper, cross. Jab, cross, up, cross. Good. Toe taps. We'll do jab, cross, and then we're gonna bob and weave with a right hook. So remember, our bob and weave is where we're gonna kind of change levels and we're gonna weight shift. So you'll jab, cross, you're gonna bob and weave under their swing and do a right hook. So we've loaded all our weight on that right side to give us a good, strong right hook. And go. Jab, cross, weave, right hook. Jab, cross, weave, right hook. Jab, cross, bob and weave, right hook. Put some power in that right hook. Good. Okay, toe taps. Now we're gonna do jab, cross. We're gonna bob and weave to the left and do a left hook this time. And go. Get some power in it. Jab, cross, bob and weave, left hook. Make sure you're really changing levels, weight shifting over on that bob and weave. Jab, cross, bob and weave, left hook. Jab, cross, bob and weave, left hook. Okay, toes on the tire. Now we're gonna do jab, cross, and then we're gonna left kick to the back. Okay, make sure we get that weight shift in.
Okay, so if you're seated, jab, cross, and then just try to extend that left leg.
Good, rest. And do your toes. This time we'll do jab, cross. We're gonna go into a left upper, come back and do a right kick. Okay? So jab, cross, left upper, reset, right kick. Jab, cross, left upper, right kick. Jab, cross, left upper, right kick. Jab, cross, left upper, right kick. Left upper, right kick. Good, okay. Get those toes moving. The last set we'll do is all out boxing. Any hits you want to do. And go. Hits, kicks. You can work on your slips, bobs and weaves. Good. Grab a drink. We're done with the gloves. We'll work on some stretches. You can do them sitting in the chair or laying down. Okay, we'll start on our back and we'll go into a full body stretch.
Okay, if you're seated, try to reach overhead.
Okay, we're gonna hug that right knee into your chest. Circle your ankle and pump it. You can grab behind your knee. You can kick up and down. About 5 times, and then you're gonna work on straightening that leg. Get that knee as straight as you can. So if you have to lower it to do that, do that.
So if you're seated, just that leg out straight, as straight as you can, and lean over it. Ooh, I see some people with straps. Yay! That's my favorite.
Okay, now we're gonna bring that leg across your body, keeping your shoulders down.
Okay, if you're seated, again, if you have the option to cross and turn like this, or if you don't, just try to get a rotation here. But again, stay upright and only rotate to a comfortable position. Do not push into pain.
Okay, now we're gonna bring that left knee into your chest. You can circle your ankle, pump it. Okay, and then grab behind your knee. Kick up and down about 5 times, and then straighten your leg. And just work on getting it as straight as you can. Okay, bring it across your body, keeping those shoulders down. Good. Okay, we're gonna go into a butterfly stretch. So keep your feet together and open those knees up.
Okay, if you're seated, you can either go here and let the hips open up or go wide and kind of get the elbows into the thighs and push out. I love this stretch.
Okay, now we're gonna bring our knees together, walk our feet out.
We're just gonna let, if you're seated, you can see how I kept my feet out and then I just let my knees fall together. Now what's gonna give that even more of a stretch is if I lean back in my chair a little bit. Woo, see how my knees wanna start pulling apart?
Okay, we're gonna roll over onto our stomachs. Those of you on the floor, you can come up to your elbows, kind of stretch up. So we stretch our tummy muscles, all those muscles we were just working.
Hey, Terry and Clark, whoever's seated with me, either hands on your thighs or put them on the side of the chair and start to kind of arch the back where you're opening up your abdominals here, if it does not hurt in your back or cause any pain symptoms down the leg. Or you can lean back on your chair and open up like this. Just trying to get that stretch of the abdominals there. We're trying to separate that a little bit.
Good. Okay, now we're gonna push back into child's pose.
Okay, for child's pose, if we're seated, let me get my chair turned here a little bit. If you have something in front of you that you can lean like this, that's great. If you don't, let your, you can either go to hands together here and just kind of fold over your knees, okay? I have a stool in front of me, so I'm gonna go here.
Okay, and then we'll come up on all fours. We'll do the cat and cow.
Okay, so for seated cat-cow, we can clasp the hands together, round our shoulder blades and push out, and then bring them back, and then push out, and bring them back. Really looking to get that range of motion right here through the shoulder blade area.
All right, for those on the floor, go ahead and kick that right leg out straight. We'll do our runner stretch.
Okay, and if you're seated, Carrie, you can either, if you have a t-shirt or a belt, wrap it around and pull here, or you can stand, or just work on getting that ankle motion pumping here. I think Otis is seated too. Otis, do you have a band or something you can wrap around your ankle and pull back? I have one, but I'm gonna be a little too, here you go, you heard your coach say it. I'm too lazy to get up and get it.
Okay, switch.
Call me out on that in the future if you want to. I'm giving myself this week to be lazy, and the next week the laziness ends. Well, not real lazy. I'm doing my own therapy, but you know what I mean.
Good, okay. Come up slow. You can sit. We're gonna stretch our arms a little more. We'll pull our arm back across. You can sit on the floor, sit in the chair, stand up if you'd rather, whatever's comfortable. And switch. Okay, we're gonna go up overhead. And switch. Okay, let's pull our wrists back. And push down. Switch sides, pull back. And down. Okay, we're gonna reach up overhead and pull to the right. Let's stretch our sides here as much as we can since we've just worked them.
These are my favorite.
And switch, left. Good. Right ear to right shoulder. Otis, you look like you're floating.
He does. He's levitating.
Okay, and then slowly roll it forward and over to the other side.
feel like we all need to figure out how to get a super fun background.
Right? I don't think I have it on my computer. I don't think it lets me.
It doesn't on mine either, but the odds are looking as if I'm going to be getting a new computer.
All right, guys, you did a great job. We'll bring it in.
Oh, here comes the slow poke. Oh, let me get everybody. I forgot. There we go.
All right, hands in. On 3. 1,
1, 2,
3.
Three.
Ready.
stay.
Good job, guys.
Yes, you guys did good.